All right, let's talk about Vue.js. You want to become a Vue developer, but where do you even start? Today, we're going to lay out a clear step-by-step roadmap to get you there. No fluff, just the path. So, you're ready to dive into one of the most popular and honestly one of the most fun JavaScript frameworks out there? Awesome. Let's get you started on the right foot. Okay, let's be real for a second. You see one of these big developer roadmaps with all the lines and boxes, and it can look absolutely terrifying. It feels like this giant, impossible mountain you're supposed to climb. But here's the secret. That's not a mountain of confusion. It's a map. And every great journey starts with a map, right? So today, think of us as your guide. We're going to break this thing down and turn it into a clear, totally manageable path. So here's our game plan. We're going to start with the absolute basics, the fundamentals. Then we'll look at the two main dialects of writing Vue. After that, we'll check out the ecosystem of tools that give your app superpowers, cover the stuff that makes you a pro, and then it's your turn. First things first, the core fundamentals. You can't build a house without knowing how to make a brick. And in the world of Vue, those bricks are called components. Everything starts here. So what in the world is a component? It's just a reusable piece of your website. Honestly, the best analogy is Lego bricks. Seriously, you make a little button brick, a search bar brick, a user profile brick, and then you just snap them all together to build your entire app. It's that simple. Okay, so you have your Lego bricks. How do they talk to each other? Well, the first way is with props. Think of props as information that a parent component passes down to a child component. It's like a user profile component telling a smaller avatar component, hey, here's the image you should display. The parent talks, the child listens. But what if the child needs to talk back, right? That's where events, or what we call emits, come in. A child component can send a message up to its parent. For instance, a like button component can tell its parent, hey, someone just clicked me. And then the parent can decide what to do with that information. And this slide boils it all down. Props for data going down, events for messages going up. This super clear one-way data flow is the absolute heart of Vue. If you can get this concept locked in your brain, you are well on your way, I promise. All right, you get the whole component thing. Now you've got a choice to make. You can think of it like choosing a dialect of a language. Are you going to write your Vue code using the Options API or the Composition API? So, the Options API is the classic way. It's really organized. You have a data section, a method section. It's great for simple stuff. But the Composition API is the modern standard. It lets you group your code by what it actually does. And let me be clear, if you're learning today to get a job, you want to focus on the Composition API. It's what employers are looking for. Okay, once you're comfortable building components, it's time to give your app some serious superpowers. And that's where the Vue ecosystem comes in, with amazing tools to solve real-world problems. First up, Vue Router. Think about any website you use. You click About Us or Contact, and the page changes, right? Well, in a modern single-page app, you're not actually loading a new file. Vue Router is the magic that handles all of that, making it feel like you're moving between different pages. Next is Pinya. This is your state management library. Imagine you have a shopping cart. The number of items in that cart needs to be seen on the product page, in the little icon in the header, and on the checkout page. Instead of passing that data all over the place, you just put it in a central store using Pinya. Now, any component that needs it can just grab it. Super simple, super powerful. And then there's Next.js. Now, this isn't just a library. It's a whole framework built on top of Vue. Its main superpower is something called server-side rendering. All you need to know for now is that this makes your website load really, really fast and makes it way easier for search engines like Google to find and understand your content. Okay, you can build things, the ecosystem. Now, let's talk about what takes a project from a personal hobby to a professional, rock-solid application. We're talking about testing, styling, and building. This slide is basically your pro toolkit. For testing, you've got tools like Vitest and Cypress. They're your safety net, making sure your code does what you think it does and catching bugs before your users do. For styling, a framework like Tailwind CSS is a game changer. It lets you build beautiful designs super fast. And finally, when you're ready to go live, a build tool like Vite bundles everything up and makes your app fly. So you have the map, you have the tools. But probably the most important thing to remember as you get started is this. Your journey begins now, and you are absolutely not alone in this. Just look at this number. Vue has over 353,000 stars on GitHub. That's not just a vanity metric. That represents a massive, active community of people all over the world who are building with and improving Vue every single day. And how about this? Over 2.8 million registered users on roadmap.sh. That means millions of other developers are on a learning path, many of them walking the exact same steps you're about to take. And what if you get stuck? And trust me, you will. We all do. Well, there are over 46,000 people in the official Vue Discord community. It's a place you can go, ask a question, and get help from other developers, often in real time. So the big takeaway here is that you have a huge support network. The official Vue documentation is your textbook, roadmap.sh is your guide, and the Discord and GitHub communities, they're your study group. You are never, ever coding alone. So we've given you the map. We've shown you the path, and we've pointed you to the community that's waiting to help you. There's really only one question left to ask you. Now that you have the map, what will you build? All right.